You're on.
I didn't know that. Whoops. How are you all today? How are things? We're back with another CD
Sit over
review.
here.
Talking about the CDs, you know. I was going to review a different CD, another Johnny Cash one, because I did Johnny Cash last time. And I'm kind of continuing the Cash trend. But the one I'm listening to right now has 90 songs on it. So I'm only about halfway through that.
And there's Josie yelling at him.
Huh? Sorry, what? I'm doing something.
Now
So-
you're off camera.
I was saying I was going to review another Johnny Cash CD, but I'm still working my way through that one since it has 90 songs on it. So I'm just slowly going through it, you know.
Austin's music taste is so absolutely terrible that sometimes it's hard to even understand what I'm listening to. It's just pure garbage sometimes.
So today's review is a band I'm very familiar with and I've been listening to for quite a few years
This
now.
is the Beach Boys.
No, it's the Turtles, a 1960s band. This sounds very similar to the Beach Boys and a lot of 60s bands. If you like, The Love and Spoonful, that's another great 60s band. They have a very similar sound. So, just to prove how much of a diehard I am, this is my 1966 Turtles songbook. Oh, yeah. There's a problem, though, with a Turtles songbook. Do you know what that is?
They don't have a lot of songs.
Well, that, and that all those songs sound the same. They're like a one-hit wonder band, arguably two-hit wonder band. Their first hit was a song called The Eve of Destruction, which is a song that's just sort of singing about all of the problems of the 60s in one song. They're talking about the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, not being old enough to vote, everything, right? Just everything politically charged in one song. And it charted, and the media kind of held the Turtles up as this new, they called themselves a protest band is what it was called at the time. They had hit a spot with the youth, and the Turtles hated that. They did not want to be remembered as a political band. They did not want to be a protest band. They thought that was overplayed, and that everyone was just using politics to get into music. So they were desperate to get a hit that was different from Eve of Destruction. Which, by the way, if you haven't heard Eve of Destruction, that is a great song. And had they not made the song that followed that, it's a good enough song they would have been remembered for that song.
I know it from The Greatest American Hero.
There you go. Yeah, I was on an episode of that. But the song you all know that charted was a song called Happy Together. Imagine me and see me loving nobody but you for my life. Yeah.
That's the only lyric I
We
know.
won't get a copyright strike for that.
Thank you.
Oh, they wrote that song to be as happy and saccharine as they could, and it's a great song. It really is. Very, very good song. A lot of people think it's a Beach Boys song. When you type in Beach Boys, you always get that
It's the same
song,
picture.
and when you type in that song, you always get Beach Boys.
Beach Boys is a very good band.
They definitely have that 60s soft sound. They really tried to do a lot of different stuff. They did an experimental album.
You have to hold that up if people want to see it.
So
There you go.
They did an experimental album called The Battle of the Bands. It was going to be their magnum opus, and the gimmick was that every track was going to be a different band doing a different genre. So they were going to have a fake Beach Boys do a Beach Boys song. Then they were going to have a fake Beatles do a Beatles song, right?
So they were going to be like the Oompa Loompas in the remake.
Yes.
A different music genre every time.
Different genre for every track, which for a consistent album is a horrible idea. But it ended up working because guess what? I listened to that album and every song sounds the same. I did not get the impression that it was a battle of the bands. It all just sounds like the Turtles. They do have a particular sound, and if you don't like that sound, this is not a band for you. They are a band trapped in the 60s. That album, The Battle of the Bands, didn't do well, and they kind of fizzled out. They're still touring, they're still performing, God bless them. I think they're in the 80s. Yeah. So this is a box set of the Turtles that Tim Wilson sent to us. Turtles music is a bit tough to find on CD. They're not a band like the Beach Boys. You can't just go to Target and Walmart and buy the best of the Turtles. It's something you kind of have to order.
I go to Target to get Cardi B.
Great, Cardi. I'm gonna sip my coffee.
She sings that song that people talk about.
There you go. If you're looking for CDs of the studio albums by the Turtles, you're gonna have a tough time. It's almost all best of compilations. One thing I notice with these older musicians, the further back I go, Johnny Cash is a great example, the harder it is to find CDs of the actual albums. A lot of these albums were only released on vinyl and didn't see a wide release and had many different releases. This is a best of box set that includes a lot of Turtles music, and it's organized in a very strange way. You want to see it here?
Well, I don't know any of these songs.
So this was a mail order set from the mid-90s, right when the boomer nostalgia was at a high and the 60s was being romanticized to no end. This was something you would see on TV and you'd want to order. It's from the Turtles fan club. I love how when you open it here, they try to sell you some Turtles merchandise. T-shirts, caps, and stickers. Every item you order will come with a free autographed photo of the entire band.
What a deal.
So their autograph is not worth a lot of money. But what this is it's not a singles collection, because not all the singles are here. And it's not a best of collection, because some of the songs on here aren't very good. What this is it's kind of just a collection. Does that make any sense? There's no rhyme or reason to it. Like, they're named each after a single. Like, Eleanor was a great song of theirs. She's My Girl was a great song of theirs, right? And that single is on that CD. But they've just kind of paired it up with other songs. Like, Eleanor is with I Can't Stop and Earth Anthem. None of those were on the same album. And it's also got a lot of B-sides and demos. So, and those aren't separated either. So you'll be listening to a big single, and then it will go to a song that was never even released, and you'll be like, huh? With any other band...
There's a whole conversation
Well,
going on over
here's the
here.
thing. She keeps making these pictures, like, dull, because she's not... No. She's not brightening the color. Like, you have all these different things you can do to brighten
set all
it,
these
and then
up
you
here.
don't do that.
With any other band, like Weasel, for instance, if they just released an album, a box set, that was just random tracks and B-sides in no order, I would flip a table. But because it's the Turtles, and all their music sounds exactly the same, it's fine. These all flow well
but, like,
together.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry, I have to interrupt. Can you see the phone, Dad? Because the camera sees the phone. This is what this is what it looks like, but I want to make the hair a brighter pink. Which one do you like better? Austin, which one do you like better? This is the regular photo?
It's not like I have thousands of fans
And then
online
this is what
or
I want to do, is
anything.
make the hair brighter.
Obviously doing
When the
something
hair is
right.
really bright, you can't see the AG and sticks.
Yes, you can!
No, it's distracting.
Thank you.
It's
What?
distracting.
Take away the brightness.
Can I talk more about the Turtles now?
You sure
It
can.
looks so dull.
Well, when a picture
So
gets
you-
1,000 likes,
you'll-
I'll make sure that I show you.
Oh, wait.
But, like, look at that. They, like, look like sickly pale.
Thank you.
So,
That's so fun.
you'll listen to a track from 1962, and it will really nicely flow into a track from 1969. It's very similar sounding stuff. Even the Battle of the Bands has been chopped up and placed into these albums. So you'll get like The Story of Rock and Roll, which is a good song, and then you'll get Surfer Dan. Surfer Dan is a Beach Boys parody song.
How many songs are on that collection?
Oh shoot, I mean easily 60, 70 songs.
You'll get 60 hits by the
Yeah.
original artist.
That's exactly how
on
it went.
5 compact discs. But wait, there's more.
The cuts of the songs are really good. They all sound very crisp. I actually think the version of Wandering Kind that's on here, if you haven't heard Wandering Kind, you need to look that one up because it is one of my favorites. Is that version is much better than the one on Spotify and YouTube. It kind of has the bass in
Are
one
you
ear
dissing Spotify?
and the vocals in the other ear. Well, here's the thing: on YouTube, it's just one flat song. When you listen to this, they do the bass and instruments in this ear, and the harmony singing in this ear, and it really works for the Turtles. It's really nice.
I feel outnumbered in every conversation I'm having.
Some of the Turtles songs you should look up that you probably haven't heard of are "It Was a Very Good Year," "Surfer Dan," "Wandering Kind," "It Ain't Me, Babe,"
You
which
want
is
to be a woman.
It Ain't Me, Babe, which is a cover of Johnny Cash, which is a cover of what's his name? The folk guy that's very big, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan cover. "Let Me Be," That's a good one. What else? I'm just kind of looking. Like a Rolling Stone. I like that one. That's another Bob Dylan one they covered. They did a lot of covers. Grim Reaper of Love. That's a good one. What else we got here? The fonts are a bit haywire. You can tell they look kind of wild.
What's going on here?
I sprayed spray, and I still have no bright ones out of here.
Okay. Minor complaint with the set. It's got everything totals you could ever need. It's actually a bit too much totals. When a band sounds this similar, you know, you can't really listen to all these CDs in a row. You listen to like one and you're like, I've had enough totals for the week. Thank you. Because I listen to all these like a nut. And they all sound the same. But that's okay, because I love their sound.
God, I'm like spending time and bonding with her over her AG account, and she's like, no. When this video gets 1,000 likes, I'm gonna come to you and brag.
Let your brother finish his review.
It's
Oh my
missing
God.
a song called Let the Cold Winds Blow, and that's one of my favorite Total songs. And it was a single, and it's not on here. So, there's some obvious omissions, and as much as I want to say this is a complete Totals collection, I still would recommend picking up one of those best of collections. You know, like, what do they call, like, 20th century
I thought the
best
Turtles had
ofs?
like 2 songs, so I'm learning all kinds of stuff.
They had about 6 albums.
I had no idea. Did you know this?
Yeah.
The Turtles. You didn't even mention their biggest hit where they go, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
One thing-
Turtles,
No, they had all that.
Heroes in a Half Shell.
They are essentially,
Turtle Power.
to the general public, a one-hit wonder that made a song that most people thought the Beach Boys made.
I can't see.
But I will say, they do own up to that song. They play it live all the time. They let anyone do a cover of it. They'll license it to you for like $1. A lot of bands, when they have a career this long, and they'll only vaguely remember it for one song, they become really bitter old people. It happens all the time. The Turtles are not. They're like I said, they're like 80. They're so old, and they're still performing. They still do Happy Together with the crowds. They're great sports about it. They're good people. It says in my book here, right? This is from 1966, I said. Let me see here. This is a great book because it gives you little biographies on each Turtle, so you can learn a little bit about them. I can just tell you here. I don't know their names. Johnny, Al, Mark, and Jim. There you go.
Only 4 of them?
More came and went. They even shared a member with the Monkees. I don't know which monkey it is.
Monkees?
The Turtles had the same producer as the Monkees. Same guy. Put them both together. So they sound very similar.
Interesting.
Who's the producer of the Monkees? It's the same guy that did the
Mickey
Turtles.
Dolenz? Mickey. I think it'd be Mickey then.
No, this is a guy in like the business
Oh, I
side.
thought you meant Mickey had something to do with that.
No.
You know, I want to say there are tracks with Mickey Dolenz credited.
See?
We'll have to do my research, but...
The Monkees were managed by Lancelot Link.
Well, the Monkees and the Turtles are very closely connected. I know that. They share a lot of the same people, and they have a lot of the same sound. I was going to read a quote here. It says, any Turtle will attest to the fact that music should be synonymous with happiness and enjoyment. There you go. So this was them. They clearly released this with Happy Together as the lead track there to combat that protest band thing. It's really interesting. They had a big hit with Eve of Destruction, but they rejected it. They didn't want to be remembered that way. They wanted to be known as a band that played happy Beach Boys style music, and they did it. They came out with a hit that was so big, it overshadowed their past, even if people don't remember them now. They're a really good band. You should try to find something by the Turtles. It can be a bit difficult. This box set, unfortunately, has been discontinued and can be a bit difficult to track down itself. But I think if you're looking...
He talks like an infomercial that's gone on for too long.
You know what? I will say this. If you collect vinyl, you might have a better shot at getting the albums. Because there's a lot more vinyl for the Turtles than there are CDs.
I can't see me loving it. If I keep singing, maybe like he'll stop talking.
All of it's on YouTube.
This was your idea, this episode.
I don't know. I missed the whole sitting in front of the camera and talking, but I didn't know he was going to talk for so long.
I like this band.
Oh my god.
So, Tim, thank you for sending this my way. I will absolutely treasure it. It's more Turtles than I could ever need in my life.
I
It really
agree.
is great. 5 CDs of total greatness. I think we should go on a road trip, the whole ride, and just do Turtles. What do you think?
Just 3 minutes ago, you said, "Oh, you can't do more than one CD of this."
I know.
You know, they all sound
I
the
know.
same.
I know that.
He wants me to drive to Utah with him.
I
Do
think
you
it'd be
guys
fun.
know how far away Utah is?
Arizona was further.
Was it? I don't think so. I think Utah's further.
Utah's about 5.5 hours.
No way.
It's about an hour and a half from Vegas.
I think it's further.
There's absolutely no way that is possible.
Utah's about an hour and a half.
Utah is
Okay, wait.
a jump of a state away from us, whereas Arizona is right next to us.
Wait, what Utah are you talking about? I'm talking about St. George, which is the tip of Utah.
Oh, okay.
If you want to go to,
Utah? There's two. Which one are you talking about?
well, you can either go to southern Utah, which is St. George and Zion, or you can go to northern Utah, which is Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is about 8 hours.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's a long
what I was
drive.
picturing.
But Utah's a really, Salt Lake City is at the very end
Are
of
you
the
guys
states.
singing the song from Book of Mormon in your head right now?
Salt Lake City
Okay.
is so high up that, believe it or not, when you're in Salt Lake City, it's only about a half-hour drive to Wyoming or Idaho.
This is all some big scheme to get me to Wyoming.
There
I
you
know
go.
what this is.
Yep. Salt Lake City's all the way up here, St. George's all the way down here. St. George and Zion, Utah are considered part of the Las Vegas metropolitan area.
Wouldn't it be funny if he was like absolutely wrong about this?
No, I'm not. I know my
Like someone
stuff.
like who is watching this who lives in Utah and they're like, "Austin, you absolute buffoon." That would be great. Please. I hope so that happens.
They're probably out there going, not only is Austin an absolute buffoon, Utah's 15 hours away.
People talk like that in Utah?
They do.
In Utah?
And I will tell you that the Turtles Battle of the Bands is the most important record ever released. It's very...
What is this? Is this your tie?
Yeah.
Are you holding your tie?
It was very progressive to the evolution of prog rock, right? That's what music people sound like.
Oh my god. He brought out this book, right? And I'm sitting here and he goes, "This is from 1966.
Oh, and she goes, yeah, 1872 tax documents? Hello?
I have paperwork from the 1800s. And he's like, "Yeah, this is an artifact. This is 1966.
I love how beat up it is. Somebody really played these and really had a great time with these.
I don't think so. Maybe they were just trying to like get rid of it so much that it just never left them. You know what I mean? Like they threw it at the wall.
It was $2.95. Kind of expensive at the time. Oh, look, on the back it says, check out these great albums.
Oh my lord.
This is their debut album, It Ain't Me, Babe. That one is the one I would recommend first listening to. I think it's got a lot of their best songs.
I asked for one CD review. This is 5 in a book.
But
That's awesome.
they're not... If it was 5 different albums, I would do each album as a review. But
Oh my
because it's
lord.
one set,
Oh, you got lucky. It's a set.
it's a set, yeah.
Just
I
do
think
a
it's time to
bye-bye.
go make dessert. What are we having tonight?
I don't know.
S'mores.
Oh yeah, no, gross. Remember we had a whole conversation?
You're eating all of the graham. You're eating marshmallows and chocolate.
Yeah, but not the graham crackers are disgusting.
No way.
I would like to personally debate with someone about that.
Okay, so the Turtles. Go to your local record store
He's
and
still
try
talking
and
about it.
track down some Turtles.
Whenever I interrupt him, he just waits his turn to talk about it again.
Let me see what-
Do you know why graham crackers were invented?
I don't know. Probably for some war. They were easier to make than anything else. That's
Much
usually
worse.
how most things were invented.
It's much worse.
No, it's not. It's a good reason.
Oh, why were graham crackers invented?
I'm assuming it has something to do with pie because they're used for pie crust.
I thought she knew.
What?
Graham crackers were invented by an ultra-religious person who tried to come up with a snack that was so bland you would lose your sex drive.
What are you talking about? Graham crackers are
isn't real.
good. They're amazing, actually.
Well, there you go.
I would
Also, do you want to
put
end
them
the
to
you want to end the show?
Please.
Imagine me and you. I do. I think
That's so
about you day and night. It's only
Just-
right to think about the
Well, you're
girl
not a
you
very good
love
sidekick. Come
and
on.
hold her tight. So
We're
happy
happy
together.
You didn't do the chorus? You just did the lead up to the chorus. You didn't
We already
do the
sang that.
chorus? Austin is my sidekick, excuse you. I'm not the
So you're
sidekick.
the younger sibling. How's that work?
I'm the Mary and you're the Rhoda.
I don't think so.
No, Austin's the sidekick. If we're doing some sort of sidekick situation, I'm Batman and Austin's Robin.
People like Robin more.
I'm crawling under the table.
You want to end the show, or
Yeah, have a great day.
Yeah.
that's it, huh?
Yeah. See y'all later.